afternoon, everyone. Today we are fishing a big, famous western river in the great state of Idaho. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to be fishing with this rod. This is the Kita by Tenkara Rod Company. I have fished with this rod one time for 10 minutes and I really didn't like it. I've owned this rod for years and I just haven't wanted to fish with it since then. I remember it being extremely slow. It just felt like fishing in slow motion and I didn't like that. So we're going to throw a line on here and give it another chance. And so today we are going to try to answer a couple of questions. The first being, is this rod any better this time around? Or rather, do I like this rod any better this time around? And also, does it make sense to fish bigger water? Does it make sense to fish a river with a Tenkara rod, like a big river? Also, can he get down to the water is another question we're going to try to answer. Tenkara is made for creeks and small mountain streams. It's not meant for this type of water, but we'll see what we can do. As I was hiking here, I passed a guy who was walking back to his car. He had been fly fishing with a traditional fly rod and reel, and he hadn't caught anything. So if we catch anything today, I'm going to say that yes, it is worth trying to fish this kind of water with a Tenkara rod. Also, I have no more tippet. I used the last tippet I have to tie this fly on to this line, and so hopefully I don't get caught in the trees or anything, or hopefully I don't hook into a 10-pounder that breaks me off. And speaking of 10-pounders, there are a lot of different fish in this river. There are rainbow trout, there are cutthroat trout, there are bull trout, there are brook trout, there are salmon, there are whitefish. There's a lot in here. And so I have no idea what we're gonna catch. Initial impression of my first few casts, I just don't like this rod, guys. You know, it is what it is. I feel like I have to work to cast this rod. And I see no reason for that to be the case. I don't know why I would want to fish with this rod over something else. But who knows? Give me you know, an hour of fishing with it here, maybe I'll feel differently. And I'll put a picture of the fly that I'm using on here. I don't remember exactly where this fly came from. I think a friend of mine might have tied this for me years and years ago. Alex, if you're watching, is this one of your flies? When I last fished with this rod, I fished with the furled line that it came with. Really didn't like it. This does feel a little bit better, if I'm remembering correctly. There's no particular reason I decided to start fishing this stretch of water. I hiked in about half an hour, and you know, there aren't super deep pools like you often find in rivers. This is all fairly shallow, but I'm fishing right now what seems to be one of the deeper spots. Oh, was that a fish? I don't know. I'm feeling lucky. I feel like I have to work harder to cast this rod. I feel like I have to help it throw the line. The rod isn't doing the work for me. I'm getting the line as far out there as I can get it. Just letting it dead drift with the current. Nothing. Oh, I just saw a little 2-incher feed on the surface. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, yep. He went for it. I saw him. But this is a size 12 fly. This isn't a tiny fly, so I don't know if he'll be able to actually connect with it. I guess not. I don't really feel limited by Tenkara in this case. It's not, I mean, it's not a huge river. And it's also not a super deep river, you know? I'm fishing everything that I want to fish. I can't fish like the far side. I can't fish the far bank, but there's plenty on this side and in the middle to keep me busy. Do you see that boulder sticking proud out of the water over there? There's a really nice pillow of calm water underneath it or below it. I'm gonna get closer to it and fish it. The river is knee deep out here, flowing a little bit fast, but I mean, this is not a fast flowing river right here, right now. Fish on! What is it? Oh no, it came off and the fly went into my cheek. Darn it! Oh man, that's a little bit soul crushing. I couldn't get a good look at it. I don't know what that was. I've had a couple of, 1 and 2 inch fish just nibble at the fly, but that was an actual, no offense to the little guys, that was an actual fish. That was like 6 or 7 inches. Let's see, how long have I been fishing for? 25 minutes. Ah. Oh, tiny fish. This is one of those little 1 to 2 inchers I was talking about that keeps nibbling on the fly. Looks like a little rainbow, I guess. See ya, buddy. Okay, well, we caught something. We're on the board. Didn't get skunked. Obviously, Tenkara can conquer any river. We have beaten this river into submission by catching a giant fish. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's see if we can increase the size a smidgen. But yeah, Tenkara can kind of feel useless. It can feel ineffective, ineffectual. It can feel silly to fish Tenkara on big water, like on a lake or on a really big, properly deep river. With this, it can fish it just fine. You just kind of have to, I think this is something from the Tenkara book by Daniel Gallardo, founder of Tenkara USA. He said that you need to break the river up into smaller streams. Basically think of it as multiple smaller streams coming together. And you do that by, focusing on the currents and the features of the river, the individual pools, eddies, riffles, pockets. It's easier to do that on a stream like this that does have those things versus, again, a big river that's just kind of uniform, just a big flat river. That's when, to me, it can feel kind of silly fishing with a Tenkara rod. But even then, there are fish along the bank, you can still catch fish in water like that. Lots of people do. Come on, surely we can get a 6 to 9 inch fish out of here somewhere. Surely. Oh! I don't know why I'm surprised that the fish on the end of my line is another 2 incher. There he is. He just came off. Another little rainbow trout. Man, we can do better, right, river? There are fish in here that are bigger than 2 inches. And I did hook into the one that was mighty 6 or 7 inches, but This stretch of the river at least looks promising. Like, it's fairly deep. It's a few feet. There we go. It's a few feet deep out there. Come on, stay on. He's still on there. He does not want to give up. Got him, finally. It's a rainbow. Looks like a stalker rainbow, a stalked rainbow trout. It's very pale. Still. Oh, finally. Let's see, 5 and yeah, it's a 10-incher. That's a reasonable, I mean, still a small fish, but that's a reasonable fish. What do you think, guys? A lot of work for this rainbow trout. See ya, buddy. Well, let's keep going, see if we can get something else. I'm very happy that we were able to get something out of here that was more than just a little fingerling. Like I was saying, this stretch of the river is a little bit deeper, and so it makes sense that there's something else in here other than a tiny little fish. Let's see if we can get another one. You can't deny, though, that this is a beautiful place to be fishing. Just not great fishing. Oh, I had one on. Once again, as I was hiking up, the fly was trailing in the water behind me, and I had a baby, had a 2-incher on there. Good, how are you? You guys having any luck?
We're learning how to fly fish today.
I've been fishing for about an hour, 15 minutes. Caught 2 just tiny little things.
What are you using?
A little soft hackle wet fly. Okay, have a good one.
Good luck.
Thanks, you too. Fish on. Oh, darn it. Darn it. Oh, I didn't realize that I had a fish on. The fly was about where it was gonna go over the boulders there, and I thought the sudden tightening of the line was the fly going over, and that was a real fish too. Again, real being relative. It was bigger than 2 inches. I'm hoping we can get one more fish before the sun sets, but not holding my breath. Let me know if you're interested in buying this rod. Send me a DM on Instagram, make me an offer after I've made this video saying how much I dislike it. Yeah, I'm sure someone out there, I mean, people like it. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, Tenkara Addict on Instagram, if you're interested. And we are getting close to losing daylight here. I should probably leave and go find a place to camp. But darn it, I want to catch something else. I want to catch another fish. I'll even take a 2-incher, it's fine. I just set a 15-minute timer on my watch. That's how much time I'm gonna fish for. And I feel like it's doable in here. Like, this section is deeper than most of what I've been seeing, most of what I've been fishing. And I feel like that's what we need. We need depth. We need pools for the fish to be in. This is one of the few places I've come to where a traditional fly rod would make more sense than a Tenkara rod. Look at this. All this out here is actually deep enough to have fish in it, and I can't reach it. Oh! I had a microfish on as I was talking. Oh my gosh. Well guys, that was not my finest couple hours of fishing. I fished for almost exactly 2 hours. The GoPro battery ran out right at the end there when I had like 30 seconds left on the timer on my watch. Landed one reasonably sized fish. Landed 2 more little micro fish. Lost 2 more reasonably sized fish and a couple more microfish. I guess I can look on the bright side. I did catch more fish than the guy that I met as I was hiking out there, and I caught more fish than the absolute beginner who was learning how to cast with the guide back there. So I guess that's the silver lining. I still had fun, and I hope you guys did too. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.